James Costello. Welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm here today with Judy Woodside, our moosologist, and our Nobel Prize winning chemist, Todd Morris. So why don't we start with you, Judy? Why don't you tell us about your moose?
Yes, I am a moose enthusiast. I'm a television personality. I'm not a scientist or anything, but I do photograph moose, and I love to go out and look for moose. And in fact, I have a reality show on Animal Planet, and I've recently come out with this book with all these color photographs of moose.
Look at the quality. Very nice.
Yes. Anyway, this is my book, and it's available only at Barnes & Noble. With it, you can purchase for your children, if you'd like, for $5.99, this little Moose Rabbits toy.
Very nice.
And I tried that out right there.
Thank you.
And so you're able to purchase both of these together, or just the book if you wish. Oh, excuse me, sir. Goodness. Anyway, I'd like to give you this.
Thank you.
For your very own. We were able to locate the moose using this moose tracking device. This is a moose tracking device I modified from just a commercial Nokia GPS system. And this is, excuse me. This is just a regular GPS that I modify a little bit to locate moose. They don't even need the transmitter collars or anything.
Wow, that's amazing.
And within a 100-mile radius, it's able to locate the moose, all the moose that I photographed here. I don't even know.
Well, while we're on the topic of technology and science, why don't we go to Todd? Why don't you tell us about your award-winning discovery?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, my goal in life is twofold. One is to practice science safely. That's my motto that I hand out these buttons to everywhere I meet.
Oh, sounds very familiar.
Well, because it's so famous. I came up with it myself. And I actually go to the schools and I show them this little mascot where I show that this is not how you practice science safely. This is how you practice science safely. But what pays the bills and what recently won me the Nobel Prize and all the fame and glory and financial benefits that it brought with it was my research. And a little story about my research. About 10 years ago, I was taking a shower, and I fell in the shower, and I knocked myself out, actually. But when I came to, I had this sort of imprinted in my brain. So I spent the next 5 years working on this research. I finally developed it and realized its many potentials, one of which is you top one of these little parts off of the compound. You throw this into your gas tank, and you get at least 1,000 miles just from
Wow.
a little bit.
Look at them now.
No,
Can I see
seriously.
that?
Yes, but it's very fragile. Like I said, it's very expensive. Right now it's about $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000, but it should come down relatively recently.
This is fragile. This
Yes,
is
there's a lot of energy. There is so much energy in that. And then I'll be happy to show you like a personal demonstration of its power.
Would you
a little bit
kindly
later.
remove your arm? I am a married woman.
It's a free country.
Anyways, I have to say that
Oh,
that is just a marble. That is clearly just a marble.
No,
Take a
it
look
looks
at this,
like a
James.
marble,
let me see.
but you put that in your gas tank
They
and
feel
you
like
won't
marbles.
visit a gas station
I don't
for
know.
years.
It says
Noble-
it's made in China.
It certainly does.
That's true, but that's because I had to do the research in China, and there's some nice little shops there in China that the
Where
I got
did
some
you
little
receive your
clothes
degree
that you look
from,
good in.
sir? What university?
State University,
Of which state?
Alaska State University, the world-renowned Alaska State University.
I've spent much time looking at moose in Alaska, and there's
And I'd like to
no
spend
state
some time
university
with you
there.
looking at moose.
I think that's all the time we have today.
I think
Join us
that's
next week on Coffee Talk, where we'll be with Will Farrell. See you then. Hi, I'm James Costello, your host of Coffee Talk, and I'm here with the Nobel Prize-winning chemist, Todd Morris, and our moosologist, if you would say, our moose researcher, Judy Woodside. So, Todd, why don't we start with you? Why don't you tell us about your work and how you got this wonderful prize?
Sure. Actually, I want to talk about my wonderful prize, but first I want to talk about the other part of what I do, which is encourage safety, both in the chemistry lab and other places. I go to schools and little kindergartens, and I hand out these buttons that say "Practice science safely." That's very important. And then I also show them my little mascot here. This is the safety mole, showing that this is not the safe way of practicing chemistry. but this is. Now,
Oh,
his eyes are protected, but the other part, what pays the bills, so to speak, is my research. And so I'll tell you a story about what happened is like about 5 or 10 years ago, I was taking a shower and I slipped and fell and I hit my head. And when I came to, I envisioned this. And so I spent the last 5 years or so bringing this into reality. And so I made this, and the applications of this are just numerous. For example, you just pop one of these off and you throw this in your gas tank and you get 1,000 miles to the gallon easily.
That's amazing. Now, it's got to be expensive, no?
Well, it is somewhat expensive. It's about $1,000 right now, but that price is coming down. I'm working on a deal, and yeah, just put it back. It's $1,000, but it's definitely going to come down. It's going to be in everyone's gas tanks and everything else.
The future is now.
Future is definitely now.
you're going to be really famous.
Actually, I am very famous. I won the Nobel Prize and all the monies that came with that.
Are you single?
Actually, I'm not.
Oh,
I wear this band. It says it means I'm married.
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's common tradition.
Judy, why don't we go
Yes.
to you now?
Yes, yes, I am a moose enthusiast and I would say a mooseologist. Yes, and I have a new reality show on Animal Planet. It's called Moose Searcher, and I only search for moose because it's the best animal. In fact, I have a moose toy. It's available currently. It's available currently for $5.99 at Barnes & Noble with purchase of my book, exclusive limited offer, my book called Moose, just simply Moose, which is filled with beautiful moose photographs that I took personally of moose primarily in Alaska, all over the world.
Some beautiful pictures there.
Yes, thank you. We were able to locate these moose amazingly with this contraption I developed actually on my own, a moose GPS system. This is a special moose locational device that will locate moose in the surrounding area of up to 100 miles. And they don't even need a transmitting collar or anything like that. It's just it's a wonderful device.
That's amazing.
Wait a minute. I got the same thing in my car. This is just a regular GPS system.
Well, yeah, it may appear that way, but I have done some modifications to that.
This is you're a fraud. Take your plastic toys.
Down, big boy. Down, big boy. Take a look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
It does look like your average GPS, but inside, I'm sure there's something wonderful in the works in there. Well, that's all the time we have today on Coffee Talk. Join us next time when we have Will Ferrell. Hi, I'm James Costello, the host of Coffee Talk, and here with me today is the Nobel Prize-winning chemist, Todd Morris, and our mooseologist, Judy Woodside. So, Todd, why don't we start with you? Why don't you tell us how you ended up winning this Nobel Prize, and tell us about your work.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'll first tell you about my life's passion, which is to encourage safety in the schools, safety in the labs, safety even when you're cleaning the bathrooms. My motto is to practice science safely, and I give these buttons out to the kindergartens that I see. And I also show them this toy. This is the mole, my mascot, so to speak, where I say that this is not safe, but this is safe, and remind them to put their goggles on when they're doing science experiments.
That's adorable.
But what pays the bills, so to speak, is my research, and this is the research that won me recently the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. This is my research. This is something that about 10 years ago I came up with. I was taking a shower and I slipped and fell, and when I came to, I envisioned this, and when about the next 5 or so years I worked to make this a reality. What this is a special compound whose applications are numerous, but one of those applications that was just recently discovered was they just take one of these little crystals of the compound and you pop this into your gas tank and you can go at least 1,000 miles.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
So,
That really is amazing. May I hold that?
Yes, if you're careful with it.
It has to be very expensive, no?
It is. It is. It's about $1,000 at this point. About a year ago, it was about $10,000.
Oh, wow.
And so maybe in about 2 or 3 years, we'll see it in everyone's gas tanks.
It's available to the public now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But only to the very elite to be able to afford the $1,000 for the substance at this point.
Wow, you're going to be famous and rich.
Well, I am famous, and because of the Nobel Prize, with the $1 million they give you, I am rich actually right now too.
Are you single?
Yes, I actually am not. I'm married, as you see.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad.
Judy, why don't we go to you now?
Yes, please. I'm a moose enthusiast, a mooseologist, if you will. I love to find moose, to photograph moose. In fact, I've written a book called Moose. I'm very proud of it. It's available at Barnes & Noble currently, exclusively right now. It's full of color photographs, and you are able to get this toy if you buy the book. It is a $5.99 offer, exclusive offer at it's exclusive offer at Barnes & Noble with this book, with the purchase of the book. Yes, and I was able to locate these moose by using this GPS tracking device. It's a moose locational device, and I developed this myself, actually. So I have a little bit of scientific knowledge myself, some technical knowledge. And this locates moose even without a transmitter. They don't need a collar or anything.
Very impressive.
Within a 100-mile radius. Let me have that,
this is the
please.
exact same thing that I have in my car that tells me how to find Arby's, but this is not going to tell me how to find moose.
Well, I've opened the thing up. I've just completely pimped it out.
No, you haven't
I know
opened.
what I'm doing.
You
All
haven't
right.
opened.
Okay.
Look, your name's not even on that book. It's someone else's name.
It's a pseudonym. It's a pseudonym.
No, this is.
I'm sure it's just her
The
author's
producer
name.
said this was a
Tell him,
reputable.
big boy. All right. Anyway, I want to offer this gift to you.
Oh, thank you.
As the host, and I hope you enjoy that, maybe with your children or neighborhood children.
Yeah. Yes, thank you very
It's
much.
a fun moose item.
I will keep it in the house.
Actually, James, I was meant to give you this, which is a test tube that contains some of this compound.
Oh,
So in addition to getting you where you need to go, if you take this to Arby's, this week only, you can get a free Arby's sandwich with this test tube.
wow.
Oh, I love Arby's.
This was given to me as part of winning the Nobel
Do
Prize.
you
This-
have another one?
This is a gift.
I have 2 or 3 others, but I'm waiting to give them to people that are special to me. So, I'm sorry.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Join us next week when we will be hosting Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd. See you then.
I don't like him very much. He was mean to me. I don't want this to be aired.
It's gonna be aired.